Hey everyone, welcome. Mark Ross here with Rick Roby Yacht Sales. We are at the 2026 Palm Beach Boat Show. Standing here with my colleague, Caleb Breckenridge. Caleb, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I've been a broker for about a little over a year now. I've been in the industry in total for about 8. Went from being yacht crew, stepped into starting my own business as a yacht manager, and then just about a year ago, went into sales.
Gotcha, okay. Caleb, what would you say is one of the most stressful deals you've had to get through here?
Well, so far it was actually one of my first major deals. I had a client that was super eager. He was a first-time boat buyer, and it came down to a Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock where he thought all of the funds were in and he thought we were closed and he was going to get his boat. And sure enough, he didn't fully understand, and nor did I, because it was one of my first deals that it's not closed until the seller is paid. And I had to tell him that you don't get your boat on a Friday afternoon when he wanted to go out boating on that weekend. So, I had to break the bad news, as we're still friends today, and he's actually come to the boat show this week to look at some other boats. So, it's times like that just kind of makes you really kind of stick to your track and try to push through.
Gotcha, that does sound tough. So Caleb, after your experience in maintenance and running boats, what is your favorite type of boat that you have sold so far?
Well, I have my fair share of selling larger center consoles. I've been a captain myself. I've run a lot of large center consoles, like 50 foot plus. So I just really like the usability of having a larger center console, being able to just hop on and kind of go, and not be worried about driving a big yacht with a bunch of responsibilities. The function is really good, and that's one thing I see myself possibly having in the future.
Kind of the ease of ownership. Nice.
Right, exactly.
What's one thing you think clients should really entrust their brokers with?
Well, I think one thing that people really overlook is the asset that brokers really have in deals. Where if you're on the buying side and you don't represent the selling, you can really lean on your broker to tell you his own opinion, because he's not representing the seller. So you can really use his knowledge and his experience to benefit you in a sale that you might not be getting when you just jump into a deal where you're only dealing with one broker representing the seller. So I think one thing that clients do is that they just don't trust their broker enough. And I think that really just comes down to trust in a long relationship.
Yep.
So I think one thing owners should do, or buyers should do, is really value their relationship with their broker before really jumping into a boat sale.
The relationship is key, I agree. So what brought you into the yacht sales business?
So like I mentioned, I used to be yacht crew, and then I started my own company with yacht management. I'm a really hands-on guy, very mechanically inclined. So I was inclined to just kind of venture out a little bit. I had my son, and I just wanted to try something out new. I had a friend that used to work for Rick Roby, so I went ahead and just gave him a call, and he says that, hey, call Rick, he'll get you right on board, and that's exactly what happened. I hit the ground running, jumping right into the sales meetings, and they kind of led me into getting my license, and here I am today. I haven't really looked back.
Nice. So out of all of the exotic destinations our clients go, and that as brokers sometimes we get to visit, what's your favorite place to visit?
Well, again, I kind of go back to being yacht crew. I've been able to experience all of the exotic places, especially here so close to the Bahamas. So I've been able to go to places that many people don't even know of or have never even been to. So definitely, if you're a yacht owner, you have to go to the Bahamas, especially in South Florida. You have the Florida Keys, you have the Bahamas, and when you're in the Bahamas, you have the entire Caribbean ahead of you, and you can't really go far without hitting another island. So it's definitely a destination that you have to do when you're on your boat. If
you had to pick one spot in the Bahamas, where would that be to spend the night?
Well, personally, my favorite spot in the Bahamas was a place called Chub Key. They most recently went private, but it was just a great spot right in the middle of the Bahamas. Great fishing right out front, a big flats area in the back where you can go and enjoy with the family.
Nice.
And it was just a great part of the Berry Islands that I really enjoyed.
I've been there and I agree. Last question, two-parter here. What is your fastest deal that you've closed, and what's the longest, most painful deal?
So it really happened over a weekend. A client called, knew exactly what he wanted. I told him the price, I told him where it was. I even went to the boat the same day, did a FaceTime call with him. He, instead of even sending me the deposit, he just sent me the entire funds.
Nice.
He just did a quick inspection, made sure that the engine started, and I think that was on a Saturday, and he was driving a boat. He's driving away with the boat on a Wednesday, so that was like a 4-day deal. Longest, I'm actually still in the process of closing it right now. I have an accepted letter, and I signed the contract in early December. So it has really dragged on, and I'm really happy to finally close this deal.
That might be a record. Well, good
Yeah.
luck. Hope it comes together.
All right.
All right. Well, Caleb, thanks for chatting with me for a few minutes.
Absolutely.
It's been a great day here at the 2026 Palm Beach Boat Show. First day. Let's go get it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.